adventures. Today we're excited to introduce you to a new story, Dark Dice, a horror podcast that blurs the line between actual play and audio drama, where the story is determined by the roll of the dice. 6 adventurers embark on a journey into the ruinous domain of the Nameless God. They will never be the same again. One of the players is not what they seem after a doppelganger, a creature that can assume the form and voice of whatever it kills, infiltrates the team. As the players are picked off and replaced one at a time, can they figure out who the monster is before it's too late? Can you? In addition to a full-blown fantasy soundtrack with over 30 live medieval instruments and a 40-person choir, sound effects further enhance the story. Here's a quick example of what that sounds like.
The shambler with the jar of liquid inside of him.
Soren Arkwright let loose an arrow that cracked the glass, passing through the spine of the creature. The shambler still managed to maintain its forward momentum, but stumbled as it eagerly tried to bite and swipe at Soren, landing near his feet. As Rowena struck the shambling creature near Soren, she shattered the canister in its stomach, sending its liquid contents spilling to the ground. With a rush of liquid, the small fetus fell too, twitching and moving toward Rowena.
I'm gonna punt you.
Rowena launched the fetus into the mouth of the mimic with a kick.
So if you dare, gamble your sanity and subscribe to Dark Dice however you listen to podcasts, or on Spotify. Dark Dice can also be streamed at darkdicepod.com.
When were you born? I know you, little one. Your eyes are blue. Your eyes are blue. What do you see? I hear you. Your eyes are green. Whatever you are holding. Does it hurt? You were not this way yesterday. You are not this way now. You are a creation. You are currently creating. You were not born. Does it hurt? You were not born. You were molding. You are molding. You are molting. I know you. But do you know me? I hear you. Your eyes are green. Your eyes are blue.
Hello. Welcome to Rise of the Veiled Alliance, Tales from the Silt Expanse. I'm Chris. I'll be your dungeon master for this morning, afternoon, or evening, whether you're joining us from different places all over the world. And let's meet today's team. Why don't we go around and say hi? Let's start at the top.
Toby is such a great person, such a great human being, and I miss him so much today. Hi, I'm Don. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing the half-giant Gulag, whose pronouns are also he, him. Don't trust this art over here. Gulag currently has no facial hair, no eyebrows. They all got burned off in a terrible accident that he was not responsible for.
Don't describe it like that. Don't describe it like that. It was A, your choice, and B, don't make it sound like it's a tragedy. It's just... You don't have any hair right now. I feel like I'm being really put upon. Like the player's there going to me, yeah, DM, my hair got burned off. It's a tragedy. I mean, I'm sorry, you were in the middle of your intro.
No, that's it. That's all you have to know about Gulag.
Who wants to be nice about Toby next?
I'll do it. Hi, everyone. I'm Cord. Toby. Game of Thrones, am I right? I'll be playing Kronqual. He is a... man, that threw me off. Hi, everybody. I'm Cord. My pronouns are he, him. Kronqual is also he, him. I'll be playing Kronqual. He is a psychic warrior, a bit of an oaf, also a wonderful heart of gold turtle man who just enjoys sometimes a silt bath. Right? That's good. Yeah, moving on.
That's lovely. Yeah, that's great. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bree. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Kita, who is a magma genasi, and her pronouns are she, her. Something nice about Toby. So the last time that we were here, she no longer has any hair at all whatsoever. And she's kind of like... I guess, because I mean, like, when you jump into the core of the sun, I mean, you know. So she's kind of like the stone being right now. She's trying to figure it out. Like, she doesn't know what's going on. But
you're Ben Grimm. Yeah.
You're right. Exactly. Exactly. The thing. Exactly. And she is slowly but surely starting to take care of her friends, so that brooding little heart of hers is starting to melt. So hopefully it keeps going. We'll see.
Yeah.
It only took everything else on her body to melt first.
Before we get to Kita, I want to point out that when you said something nice about Toby, you didn't say something nice about Toby. You just said, say something nice about Toby and left it blank.
Yeah, it was perfect.
We good? Good, okay. Kiana, go ahead.
I knew what I was doing.
Just checking. I mean, sometimes in the script, when it says fill in with your own information, you're supposed to fill in, but sometimes you just read it out. It's fine.
People are more than welcome to fill in the blank. It's totally fine. You could say something out loud in the comfort of your living rooms, by all means. Do it.
Oh my god, we are so professional. It's so good how professional we are.
So good.
Yeah.
We love Toby. Everyone loves Toby.
Yeah.
We do.
It's hard not to. There's so much of him.
All right. Hi. Vienna. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Rickers, the Tory rogue who uses they, them pronouns. They're very chaotic. Mostly don't know what's going on. Mostly don't know what to do, but they're doing stuff anyways, and that's, that's life sometimes. I think people have generally covered stuff about Toby. I'll just say that he makes a really nice statue. That's all.
Very true. It's very true. I think we have something in the Discord as well of him being a statue. So if you don't know what we're talking about, join the Discord.
Yes, this was all for a reason, which is marketing. Good. Right, let's get on with the story.
We got there.
Right. So, good. So obviously Toby's not with us today because he's a statue. So let's continue with the adventure. So the 5 of you were on board your ship, the Sirocco, a ship that floats over the silt using a ship floater orb to traverse the silt in a far faster, cleaner, more beautiful, more effective way than some of the more grotesque silt striders you have also encountered as part of your adventure. You were flying past the city, the ancient abandoned ghost town of Tarelon, and as you flew past sorry, Don. As you flew past Tarelon, thinking that you wouldn't have to go there or have any kind of major subplots happen there, then suddenly you were attacked by people from there, and they stole one of your friends in statue form.
So subplot happened.
Subplot happened, and now we're going to explore said subplot. Or you could just decide to leave him. I mean, it's up to you. I'm the DM, but you are the storytellers. This is I'm here to curate. I'm not here to railroad. So the 4 of you are on deck of the Sirocco. You have just realized that Rysar is no longer on deck of the ship. What would you all like to do?
Gulag looks around for the captain. Is the captain flying around up top, or?
The captain is, as always, on the captain's deck, slightly raised above the rest of you, and is just leaning out over, looking over, going, didn't there used to be 5 of you?
He'll grab the mast, the thing that runs up to the captain's deck up above, and he kind of just bellows up to the top and says, it's boss. He's gone. I think they took him. Those sharks. We have to go find him. We have to turn back.
You want to go back? I mean...
Yeah.
Tarelon's a terrible place. I warned you.
But he's our friend, and we need him.
Okay, well, y'all get a group consensus and then let me know, and if you want to turn back, we can turn back, but it'll take more time.
Could I get someone to help me here?
Of course, Crunkle is still off the side of the ship.
I need you to lift me up, please.
Yeah.
No. Ooh, hello, Gulag.
And he's got a spearhead, he's trailing a bit of blood from I think his right side of his Ninja Turtle abs, and he also then has another one, a full spear that is barbed and in his Ninja Turtle abs as well, but this one has a chain that has been a rope that you're pulling. So he's being lifted by one spear.
Abs?
Right in the right in the keratin abs. Yep, and then but the one is broken because he snapped that to use the stick. But now he's just kind of in a bit of awe as he's like, "Is this really going on?" And as he's being pulled by the other one.
Just try not to think about it. Don't look at it. It's really bad. It's really bad.
Okay, I will look at the...
And I think his head hangs off dramatically off, so he's kind of looking at the silt as you're behind him as you're lifting him up.
This is... could have been better.
And then he just kind of spills and rolls up onto the deck.
Oh, don't roll with things sticking out of your abs. Jeez.
As this is happening, Kita's... Oh, I was going to say Kita's just going to put her hood on and just kind of do one of these.
Who did it? Who was it? Was it? It wasn't Kita. She's hiding for some reason. Well, never mind. There goes my theory.
You see Seren scurrying off, Rickus's brother just scurrying off below deck and just running away real fast. And Grunkle, roll me an insight check.
Oh, I have to get my dice. And
Yeah, we're playing D&D. I mean, seriously, Cord, come on.
Yeah, I'm so professional. Let me open up the thing that has my character in it.
Unbelievable. I mean, should we start again? I mean, Jesus. It's
Yeah,
like
let's just re-roll it. You're right, I'm sorry. Anybody else want to go while I fill the dead air a bit?
No,
Just
no,
go
we're
on, go.
No, we're gonna mask it.
not do
All
not,
right, perfect.
do not.
Insight. 19. I got a 19.
Oh, well, Seren is stumbling back, running downstairs, and you can't tell, but you don't think Seren fired the bolt that hit you. Someone else must have done.
Oh, I require aid.
Oh, and there's a lot of blood trailing down his legs. I have 9 hit points left.
All right. So I'm gonna do something, and I want you to sing a song, and then just keep singing no matter what. Just whatever the happiest song that you know. Yeah. Pulls out both spears at once. Yeah, that was the really bad part. It gets better from here. Goes into his pouch. Yeah, I see that. It's gross. It really is. And he pulls out a pile of 10 of these multicolored berries. There's like one that's blue, some of them are blue, some are red. They're all kind of slightly glowing, like there's a little bit of light coming from them. And he takes 5 of them, he hands them to Cronkwall and says, "Here, just eat these, and keep humming while you do that." He takes the other 5 and he just starts smashing them and smearing them around the wounds, like patting them. This is good berry. So you can have 10 good berries, and that is 10 hit points.
Thank you very much for the 10 hit points.
And I think I described these as like when you eat one, it's like a pop of like fire or something in your mouth, or a pop of like water in your mouth, or air, whatever the element is that's attached to it.
So I'm guessing like chili, what would the water be? Like watermelon, probably. Let's see.
So they're like gushers. They're just like little gushers.
Kiana, would you like to proffer your suggestion, which is that one of them just tastes like dirt? Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Good. Lovely.
Interesting. Oh. Ooh.
Well, Cronkwall, you've got 10 hit points back, so you feel a little better.
Thank you. Ooh. What happened?
Yeah. Oh, they took Rysar, I think. I think he's gone. I think they maybe took him back to that city back there. Did you see him while you were out there?
Not when I was out there, but at the city, I don't see him.
As he's looking at the horizon.
He's not far away. You can see behind you. These towers, they're not that far away. They are receding behind you. The ship is still moving, but you could quite easily turn around.
Ooh. Is he all right?
I don't know, but I don't think he's going to be unless we go back and get him. So
well, we must be quick.
The captain said we have to vote. We have to agree.
Vote.
But we have to agree to go back. So, Cronkwall, Kita, Rickus, we're going back, right? Boss?
Yes. For Rysar, yes. I am in pain, but I will gladly go and get Rysar when I'm not in pain. Is that
I don't
okay?
see why not.
Thank you. Kita.
Please tell me that's Kita's face. Please tell me that's
Oh, yeah.
Keita's face
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Keita, please, Keita, can we do it? Can we please? Can we go get Rysar? Please, Keita.
And she looks at the wound that Cronquil has.
He's still dripping with blood.
She's like, fine. We can go get him.
Okay.
Thank
I will
you.
let the captain know. Oh,
It's all right. I was listening. You know, I do have a vested interest in what happens on board this ship, so, you know, I was paying attention.
all right. Well, my job is done.
Right. The captain just flies down and lands amongst you as they are wont. Okay, so just to check in on a couple things before we go back for your friend. One, it's going to take us a bit longer to get to Schult if we keep stopping off in various places. So it's FYI. Need to be moving a little bit, okay? Two, Tarelon's a terrible, terrible place. So we might want to consider some actions about how we're going to get there and how we're going to get around, because those people, the ones on the backs of the sharks that were chasing us and throwing harpoons at your friend, yeah, there's more of them there. So we want to be real careful about how we sneak in, okay? Point three, how'd you want to sneak in?
Ooh. Just kind of with my axe, or...
Okay, someone who's a little more sneaky, maybe. Let's have a conversation.
I walked through Balak without anyone noticing. I believe I am the most of the sneaky.
Well, that's good.
I can get into really small places and really out of it. I mean, I've been hiding out in like that small corner down below. I can usually get through windows and other small places and holes like that. They're actually comfy.
Uh-huh.
That's where you have been.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh, I did not know
Okay.
that.
Good plan, good plan. Well, if it seems like some
They
of
are
you've got sneaking abilities, now your big friend over here, your big giant friend, maybe you don't strike me as the quiet type. But can you be quiet?
How quiet do you need me to be?
Well, just that there's lots of them. Like that group used to be, there were like maybe 50, and then they were like helping out with the trade in Tarelon, and it was all fun. And then they started like kidnapping people, and it got real nasty all of a sudden. And now there's like over 100 of them. So if you get into a fight, then no offense, you're all gonna die.
Oh, who are they exactly?
I don't know. Like there's some kind of raiding group. Like they used to do trade and stuff, and you could stop off there, and it was a good place to get supplies on the way through. But something changed. I'm not quite sure what it was that changed, but they started talking about bringing people back and returning more people to the Silt. All sounds pretty bad if you ask me. People who go there don't come back.
To be honest, I want to stick my neck out. The boss, I know he'd do the same thing for me.
Okay.
And,
Don't think he
but
would.
I'm afraid that if I go in there, I might blow your cover. I don't want to.
Well,
I don't.
it's a big city. It's a big city. There's lots of ways in and out, and frankly, I know a place where I could dock the ship. That's all fine, but we might need to take out some guards on the way, maybe sneak in and be a little bit stealthy. So, what have you lot got in the ways of getting across the Silt? If you didn't have the ship, say.
I can just run on it. Pretty much.
I don't.
Could
Just
you
run on it.
carry all of your friends?
Yeah, I imagine so.
Okay.
I can run by myself. I'm
On the
real
Silt.
light. I'm real light.
Oh.
I don't sink into it the same way.
Yeah, but you probably can't carry anybody, can you?
Kind of lifts up their arms. Very noodle.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take the ship round, and I'll show you a good place where I can dock. But for me to dock there, you're going to have to get in there and maybe, get rid of some of the raiders who might be on lookout, see? And then once you got rid of them, then we got a place we can dock, keep it quiet, keep it safe, and you can go and sneak around and try and find your friend. But it's a big city. It's going to be difficult. Might want to find some, local guide or something, or maybe see if you can pump one of them for information.
Can we trust any of them?
No, not one of them.
All right.
Well, I don't know, but you could ask, are you going to be the kind of person who's going to murder me and then see what happens? But,
Fair point.
Mm.
But if we can't trust them, then how do we know if what they're going to say is trustworthy?
Well,
you
if
don't,
you
do
threaten
you?
to kill them.
That's a good method. I like that one.
Kill. But I can stop them. All right.
Okay. Sounds like we got a plan slowly starting to make its way into place. That's good, Well, then, I'm going to start moving the ship around and get as close as I can, but then you'll need to clear a space so I can park up in a way that won't get us noticed. Good thing it's nighttime. Got a bit of cover. All right. Captain flies back up, and the ship starts doing a very slow curve back towards Tarelon.
I think Rickus kind of tugs on Kita's sleeve. Are you sneaky, or do you do other stuff?
I can be sneaky.
Okay, because Kronqual's great and all, but he can't be sneaky, and we don't have Rysar to do the invisibility thing on, and even then that didn't really work because he just kept bumping into everything and everyone. And I can get into really small places, but I can't get into really tall places because I'm small. So maybe we both do the sneaking in different ways. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can try to do some sneak attacks on some people and see if that works, but yeah, and if you need to get to any high places, I can try to help you too.
Okay, that works. And they're really good distractions and points at Gulag and Kronqual.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
It's true.
In a two-rogue party, what do we expect, really?
You can see Gulag is sat down on the deck of the ship, and he's just sort of not rocking so much, but just slightly, and he's wringing his hands, and he looks very, very concerned.
Gulag, are you all right?
I just don't know why they took him, and every moment that we're waiting, I don't know what's happening to him. I can't do anything, and I can't sneak in there myself. And I just don't like it. Plus, it's a ghost city. So city of...
Oh, so it's full of wandering ancestors.
Oh my god.
That can't be bad. Maybe they can guide us.
I really don't think a ghost town means that it's haunted or anything. It just means that it's been abandoned for a very long time. Trust me, it's okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Oh, thank you. He does relax a little bit.
Yeah.
That changes what I was thinking I was going to try to do when I received my footing on the cobbles. Well, I will... do you have any more of those berries in Gulag? I've got a bit of a hankering for them.
Yeah, I know. Once you start, you can't stop. Come here.
I could stop.
Oh my
whenever.
god,
I
it's once
just
you
would like
pop, you
some
can't
more.
stop. Come on. Where are we?
That's not what I was referencing.
We've
presses his
described the
palms.
berries as popping. I mean.
Well, then, right, fair, yes, low-hanging fruit. Speaking of which, can I have some of those good berries?
He presses his palms together very, very tightly, and he begins to open them just slightly so there's a little crack, little crevice between the two of them. And he takes a deep breath. And as he takes a deep breath, he begins to blow, and it's this like whooshing sound. If he had hair left, his hair would be whipping around, but he doesn't. So instead, there's just air blowing around as he takes a deep breath in and then blows a cold blast of air into his palms, and he presses that air down. And when he removes his top hand and extends his left palm out to you, you can see that there are 10 blue-colored berries, each glowing with a little bit of faint light.
Ooh, cool mint.
There you go, friend. Please, all of them. You're good.
And he shovels them into his webbed hand. Thank you.
Also, Chronicle, sorry about the and she like points to her stomach area. Sorry about the
Ixnay on the harpoon, hey?
Oh, was it you that hit me with the harpoon?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you. I would never have made it onto the ship otherwise. I didn't realize how far I was until I was hit by the harpoon. So thank you.
You're welcome.
These are delicious.
I mean, Chronicle, you will find that once you pop, you just got to keep eating them. Cool, right, let's move on. So, the ship has turned and has made its way back around. Yeah, 10 more. And as it makes its way back around, Tarelon is directly ahead of you. You do, it's quite an eerie sight. The light bouncing off of these various buildings has a sort of strange green and yellow glow because of the colors of the moons. But the buildings are all very tall. There are some smaller ones in between, but these are sort of 20, 30, 40-story high buildings. They're very, very tall indeed. This very much looks like downtown Manhattan, if downtown Manhattan had a layer of silt covering the entire ground floor and, first floor. It's that sort of vibe. And the architecture is alien to most of you. And in most cases, you don't have a strong connection to this architecture with any kind of species or anything like that. It just looks old, abandoned, and you don't really recognize the connection point to it. Even those who spent time on the Silt, it's clearly a very strange place. Roll me some perception checks, all four of you.
Question. Can I use this ride over as a short rest?
I mean, if you need more hit points, yeah, sure.
Okay, great, because then I'm going to use my second wind, and then I'm going to take that short rest.
Or you could roll hit dice.
And then I could do that as well. I could just do that.
You could just do that.
Let's see.
And Gulak, you don't get any spell slots back on a short rest, do you?
No, that's okay.
No, this was some really good planning, everyone. Well done. Good.
It's going to be a bit of a nightmare.
Good. Perception checks, please. What we got?
Yes.
I got a 1.
Kita, do we want to have we've never talked about this, but can Magma Genasi see in the dark?
I don't think so. I don't think I have dark vision or anything like that.
Should we take this a step further, that you just you find darkness really difficult, that you don't see well in the dark?
Yeah.
Great. Love it. It's a thing now.
It's canon. It's canon.
Canon, not good in dark, can confirm. What's everyone else got?
It's harpoon. I didn't roll one.
I got a natural 20. I got a 22.
Oh, Don's here to play. Good. With a natural 20, Gulag. Oh, sorry, go ahead. I mean, unless you can beat a
No.
natural 20, can I?
No, I can't. So
What was it? Was it decent?
it was a 16, and I have dark vision. So
Yeah, cool. Kronqual?
It's not better than a natural 20.
Is
But-
it better than, like... Oh?
It's a 16.
Oh, that's not bad, not bad. Do you have dark vision?
No, not bad. I don't think I do.
Okay.
No.
Cool. Gulag, do you have dark vision?
No, Gulag does not.
Interesting. Okay, what we get is, Rickus, you can see perfectly well in the dark, unlike your friends who cannot. And as the ship starts to approach, you can get some better sense of these buildings as you approach them. You're still a good, like, couple hundred feet out. Like, it is still quite a long way away. But you are getting a sense of the size and scope of this space. And also looking through it, it looks completely abandoned. There's wind howling through the streets. The silt moves strangely around all of these buildings. You can see some sort of strange, like, stone, like, arches that come out of the silt occasionally in place, some of these smaller buildings in between the very big ones. You can also see that between these very large buildings, there are these ropes strung between them in places. In some small cases, some small bridges or wooden planks are placed in between them as well. But looking at it, you can see already this is a maze. If you don't know your way around here, you'd have to go up 2 floors to go across, to go down 2 floors, that sort of design of space. So getting around is going to be extremely difficult. Gulag, with your natural 20, you see something different, which I'd love to tell you about when you appear on my screen.
Give me a moment.
Okay.
Lost it. Something's happened. It's all right. Everything's fine.
Gulag, I'm telling you what, I don't see you. There we go.
Aaron.
What you see with your natural 20, there is some small movement throughout this space. Nothing major. You do see some humanoid figures moving around, sometimes crossing in different places, and you do also note that one of the lines, 2 people zip wire across.
Sweet.
And
Like between buildings.
like between buildings. And you do see that there is some movement around here. There are people around here. No one has spotted the ship yet because it's dark, but you are also recognizing that you're probably at a point where if you get any closer, the ship's probably going to get spotted.
And do I see the dock that the captain was pointing out that we're heading to?
The captain has pointed out that there is there's a side of a building where the side of the building is clearly like been punched, has been a hole punched into it, and there's clearly space there for like a ship to land. But you can guess that that space will be pretty heavily guarded as well. Yeah.
Okay. So Gulag will sort of do like a huddle up, and like wave his big arms to try to get everybody together and say, all right, so looks like there's a lot of these raiders wandering about the city, and look up there. He points up to the zip line to try to point it out so that he makes sure that Kita, Rickus see it as well.
Kita can't see it. Kita can't see in the dark.
What?
Oh, yeah, so I'll describe it
Just
to you.
at all.
Processed plants that are, I don't know how this works, but they're tied really tightly together, and you can wrap them around things. Those are connected between buildings, and some of these raiders are sliding, running. I can't really tell between the buildings on these things. Ropes. They're called ropes.
Right there, right there across. Do you see it? Look where my finger is. Look where my claw is. Now follow it. There. Do you see it?
No.
Well, it's there.
Right, I'm
I
not
see
going to be able to get
moon.
any closer. You can see the moons, they're bright.
I see the moon. They're really nice.
Good. I'm not going to be able to get any closer unless you can clear the way a little bit. You don't need to kill them all, but if you can get me a space to land, then I can be your exit once you've got your friend. But Not gonna be easy.
Well, I'm happy to take you all across if you don't mind climbing up on my shoulder. And Rickus, you said you can run too?
You can walk on the silt.
If I go real fast.
Hey. Yeah. Same. It's oh, you get it. Yeah, it's the way.
I would like to learn this. Oh, right.
Wait, what's the way? Is that way?
Well, for me, I normally. What are we doing once we get there? Are we just killing them all, or?
Oh, I do
deserve
not
it.
wish to kill them all, though they did attack us. I do wish to try to get Rysar, and if that involves... Well, we can cross that bridge when we get there.
I will say, for the benefit of this, for all of you, in D&D terms, if you want to attack someone but not kill them, you can knock them out. All it means is that in the final blow, where you take them below 0 hit points, you just say, I want to knock them out, not kill them.
Yes,
And
yes.
I personally believe in every single spell, weapon, whatever can be used to do that. It's always fair to not want to kill someone.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, if you're ready, we can go.
I think I'm ready.
And the wounds on, like the bleeding wounds are now dried, and there are some scabs. He has, of course, the objects, the things that were in there are now removed, and there's just this crusted, like maybe there's like a crack between the keratin plates, and there's probably just a crease of blood and scab, but it does look better than it did.
I'm ready. Just be careful, I'm a little tender. Oh, hold on.
And he makes his way downstairs.
Ready now.
And he comes back with his walking stick, and the one that is about his height, with a band or like a dream catcher, or a ring that is pierced through it with feathers falling from it.
Ready now.
I think it's the only metal thing he owns is that ring that goes through his.
Has everyone got everything that they need? Great.
Yeah.
Gulag, you're going to carry Kita and Kronkwall.
You're gonna
Now, you're a half giant. You're a half giant, so you have a powerful build, right? You can carry quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I have an increased carrying capacity. So my
Now,
carrying
how much
capacity
does
is doubled, basically.
Okay. Now, your carrying capacity, because what's your strength score?
18.
18. So your carrying capacity is already pretty hefty, but as we've previously established, Kronkwall weighs how much, God?
Oh no, these are hard questions.
We worked it out, remember? We worked out how much Kronkwall weighs.
Wasn't Kronkwall, was it?
It was me.
I know, we worked out how much Gulag weighs, which is a fucking ton. But
So much. Yes. I don't think I don't know, 300, 400 pounds. What's a good
300
size?
I don't know.
I don't
400 pounds. 400 pounds. Although Gulag weighs what? At
I
like
don't know.
3,000? Like, it was an insane amount of Gulag weighs.
I think it was.
billion
I think
pounds.
we said. Yeah, I think
1,500.
we said. Yeah, because I
Right?
had to carry him out of those.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
I don't know. I thought I usually write these
I'm
things down.
I'm interested because Kronkwall is a turtle with a massive shell and must weigh a ton.
Good, yeah.
The
I'm thinking.
The shell's got to be heavy. Yeah.
Okay, so your carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15. So 18 times 15 You're right. That's right. D&D is all about maths, and we're going to do some maths now. That's what's going to happen.
450 pounds. You can just look it up on Google and it gives you an average. Perfect.
So you
I
weigh
mean, I thought of
450
this.
pounds.
And I can carry 540 comfortably.
By myself.
18 times 15 doubled. Yeah, 540. Keita, how much do you weigh? I mean, I know it's a particularly rude question, but I'm just going to ask.
Probably around 155, 160-ish.
So 450 plus 160, and Gulak can carry 575?
Looking good so far.
540. Yeah, it's
540.
He'll be encumbered.
Okay. Well, this should be fun. So, Gulag, do you pick both people up, or do you allow yourself to get picked up? What's the seating arrangement?
He'd probably get down on his knees and like duck down real low and spread his shoulders out wide and say, "All right, you just climb on. It might feel a little weird once I get moving, but it'll be all right."
Are you still heavily sunburned?
Climbing.
With claws.
I mean, it takes it takes like weeks to get over sunburn, and it's that bad. He's got a high pain tolerance, but yeah, he's gritting his teeth.
Good.
He's anticipating.
Cool.
Get on.
I also imagine not a graceful climb from Kronqual, and I think like he does that thing where he climbs up slowly, of course, but his back leg is just trying to catch any part and like snag onto anything, but it's just the claws brushing across your sunburn.
Oh, it's all right. Oh, thank you, Gulag. There we go. I could have done it myself. I'm ready.
So do I just grab
Must
onto a
be
leg?
quick.
How's this gonna work?
Yeah, whatever's comfortable, really. Just make sure you hold on really tight.
Okay, so she's gonna go.
Okay.
She's just gonna like koala around one of his legs.
Perfect.
Gets his balance so that he can balance with Kita on one leg and balance Kronkwall on his opposite shoulder. All right, I'm ready. If something happens, no matter if we get split up, anything, just call out for help. Nobody gets left behind today, okay?
All right. I will.
Okay. You can all get off the back of the ship relatively easily. There's ropes and ladders that'll take you down to the silt. Rickis, Gulag has described before how his standing on the silt is a very specific use of psionic power, a connection to the way, and an ability to therefore tread lightly over this sort of ever-shifting ground of silt. I'm guessing yours is nowhere near as metaphysical or spiritual?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not.
Can you describe how yours works?
And if it is, Rickish doesn't know or doesn't realize that that's what the deal is. Like, they just assume that because they're small and light, that they don't sink in very easily. So I think it's just as soon as they're on the silt, they're not staying still at all. Like they've learned that lesson, and so they're kind of just like, if they need to be in one place, they run in circles. And otherwise they just kind of and so they're almost barely skimming. Have you ever seen those I can't remember what basilisk or Jesus Christ lizards that like walk on water? It's this really weird motion from Rickus.
Are you on 2 feet or are you on 4? Are you doing like an all 4 version of this, or is it up on 2 feet running around? This is important to me.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? I'm going to say it's on all 4s because that makes sense for this tiny rat person.
So can I just confirm that on this stealth mission to go and save your friend, you have a half giant standing perfectly still on silt, which moves like water, basically, with a magma genasi clutched on one leg like a koala, with a turtle on the other shoulder just sitting there proudly, and a person scampering around you in a circle. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I don't see the issue.
Okay. Can
He has to stay moving. That's the only thing is Gulag has to stay moving. If he stops, then it doesn't work. Yeah. So the way it works is like it changes his bone density and it changes changes the way his weight is shifted. He can change that with his psionics, with his mind. And so like for Kronkwall, you would probably feel like a constant like wavering. It's almost like his muscles are jiggling. That's not really what's happening, but that's probably what it feels like. That allows him to keep his balance and be able to run
Phasing
across
through the world. Yeah. Cool.
No. Phasing through the world is cool. What Don said was jiggling. Cool. So you're making your way to... So come from someone who knows all about jiggling. Right, so you are heading to this city. You are heading to this city, this strange place you've never been to before. Rickus and Gulag. Rickus, you can roll me a stealth roll, just a flat stealth roll for you. Kronkwall, Keita, you don't roll stealth rolls because you are not doing anything at this point. Gulag, let's have a stealth roll with disadvantage, please.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be so good.
That's an 18 from me.
Perfect. Thank you.
I rolled both a natural one and a natural 20, and I guess it's the natural one that counts.
That is disappointing. Do you have any mods I mean, it's a natural 1, but any mods you add to that? Natural 1.
No.
I'm gonna get stomped.
Rickus, as Gulag, Kronkwall, and Keita start to move forward in the silt, you realize, because you are very in tune with all of this, that they are not quiet. They are not stealthy.
I'm not comfortable back here.
That's just, it's terrible. Now, you know that you can probably go and scout out, and then they're not going to be able to stealth this. You can probably find them a way to get into here relatively quietly, but you might have to go ahead. You might have to split the party. What did you roll?
An 18. So.
That's good. Yeah, that's great.
Which is actually fairly low for Rickus. So.
Well.
Yeah.
Are you going to advise them of this?
Yeah. So I think Rickus will kind of like start try to, knowing that Gulag can't really stop, but also like not wanting them to move forward the same way. They kind of do circles in front of the group, as like the way I think of like sheepdogs trying to herd sheep. This is the situation here.
Great.
If the sheep were much bigger than the sheepdog, and stacked on top of each other,
they are.
I'm thinking maybe that I can go ahead and take a look and see if there's like a better pathway to go rather than just going straight ahead, because I can hear you really well from here, and I'm pretty sure they could hear you really well or see you really well, and just like I think there might be quieter places to go. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Not very quiet.
Oh, I have an idea, but I think it's too late now. But I have an idea. Okay, so I know we're sinking right now, Gulag, but I just wanted to maybe give you an idea. So maybe we climb back up.
This conversation.
Because we are very loud. So maybe if we were to then try to go onto the ship, and then we were to take the Sirocco over, because the thing can fly, so we could go over the. Yes, down there.
I really think that they're going to. Sorry, I'm like screaming. I really think they're gonna see a giant ass ship floating over the damn city. I don't think that's gonna work. Also, half of my body is in the silt right now.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we'll make it there in our current predicament, but also, yes.
How is it up there? Huh? Above everything. How is it?
Oh, sorry. Well, up here everything is. Everything's fine up here. But
that's great.
Maybe we. Okay, sorry. So what if you were to then?
I'm gonna go.
And Rickus.
Okay, Rickus. All right. Okay. All right, Rickus. There goes Rickus.
What?
All right. So maybe if we were to then take this ship, and yes, we'll see the ship. But that's all right, because they have silt sharks. They can fly. So if we just go over it, and then we
this
drop
fades
out.
into the background for you and for all of us, thank God, as you as you stealth your way towards the city and leave your friends behind. So, yep. You rolled an 18. Making your way towards the first building. The first building. The ground level has a sort of arch. It has a series of arches, but the arches and the columns that it's made up of go into the silt. So it's almost like it would have been like a large arch space, but because of where the silt has risen to, effectively, or where the building has sunk to, you're going inside this space. Silt on the ground, stone arches over the top. And heading inside this building, there are various wooden planks at various points that seem to cover the silt, and there are little ladders that go up from them higher up, and there are cracks in the ceiling where people clearly move through. This is clearly an entry point into the city as a whole. As you run in with your 18 stealth check, you keep to the shadows, you hide away. You're good at this, you know what you're doing. You can see there are 4 figures at various points around this. Some on some of these platforms. Some of them are more on some of the platforms going up, and there's almost like a strange gantry made entirely of, well, it's not wood, it's more sort of ceramic tile and that sort of thing, and rope stringing it together in places. And then there are some of these ladders going up that people are moving up and down as well. You count 4 figures as you move in that are all just scouting around the space, keeping a gentle eye on things, but they don't seem to be that, invested. You also see in the silt 2 or 3, you can't quite tell, of these sharks. You can just see the fins moving out occasionally. They do keep moving because otherwise they would die. But this is clearly also a space where they get on the sharks and use them to travel. What would you like to do?
Okay. So the only way around is up then? Towards
The only
where
way
the people
around
are?
is up. Yes.
Okay. And how close are the sharks to me?
They are in the silt roughly 40 feet away from you at various angles. They are in between you and the platforms you'd have to be getting onto to get up.
Okay. And is there any barrier for them to get out? These sharks?
No, they are free roaming. They are not tethered beasts. They are clearly in some kind of agreement with these people. They're here out of choice.
Okay. So, my plan here now is to create a distraction without revealing myself.
Yeah,
And I'm thinking about using those sharks.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I think the general idea is, I'm sure Rickers is a hoarder. Rickers probably has a bunch of snacks from on the ship. I think they want to start basically taking a bunch of these snacks, putting into taking a part of their cloak and tying into a small bundle, basically luring these sharks out, and then see where it goes from there. If they do follow out, then I have other things I would like to do. But
that sounds great. Can you roll me a? Now you've got this bag of various meats and stuff like that you just picked up over the time of travel, which makes sense to me. Roll me dexterity-based attack roll, so a ranged weapon attack, and depending on how well you roll it, let's see where you throw it.
All right, I'm just going to use my short bow because
that's fine. Same principle. You are proficient in bag of treats.
That's 14 only, but.
Okay, so give me an idea. Are you trying to throw this outside of this space?
Yes, I want to make it kind of weird that the sharks are leaving and draw their attention out.
You do throw it. You try and throw it out back the way you came, but your throw is not particularly good, and it sort of lands against a wall and then like slides down a bit and then hits the silt and disappears in it. However, the sharks, all three of the fins around you just eddy towards where the bag is and start like making a bit of a ruckus. It's far enough away from you, but it's not outside, not in the same way.
Okay.
The figures that were walking around, one or two of them have now headed up and are out of the way, and there are now two figures down here, and both of them, you can't see their faces from this distance, but and they're also wrapped in these masks with these goggles and these coverings for the silt across their mouths. They are both now moving down towards these ceramic-like platforms at silt level and looking out to see what's going on with the sharks. Just look a little bit confused. The tension is definitely raised.
Okay.
Is there any way to climb these walls at any, or these pillars or anything?
If you look around at the
without
space around
being right
you,
close to them.
if you look around at the space around you, if you look around at this, there are a couple of these pillars on the inside. There is some like design and like even some writing in places that you don't fully understand. It is all in stone, it's been engraved, but some of it looks a little bit like it's got some kind of strange tubing or like wiring or some kind of like build into it that you could probably... You have a climb speed as a Terry? You do, don't you?
Yeah, I'm able to climb.
So, yeah, perfect. Which means you can maintain your stealth roll. So you are able to make your way up the outside, and you can get up to this gantry-style space. No problem.
Cool. So, just for where I'm at in terms of the others, what level am I at with these two figures? Am I at the same level?
They
below, or
are
above
on.
them?
You are slightly above them. There's some.
Okay.
There's like ropes and pieces of these ceramic strung together to lead down to the lower level platforms, which are clearly like get on the shark territory. And there are ladders above you that take you up to the roof.
Okay. I'm trying to think of whether Rick has used all of their snacks or if they just used a portion of them, because that will...
Roll me a... Roll me a survival check. Did you use all your snacks?
Did I use all my snacks? That's a 22. I did not use all my snacks.
You saved some because you are a hungry little Terry.
I am. I'm gonna head up, further up.
Head up. Okay.
I don't think all the way up to the roof because I don't want to be spotted, but I want to have a view of outside.
You can make your way around the gantry, and there are various like ladders that lead up to the roof, and you can sneak around, check them, and you do note there are two more figures above that are above and also doing a rotation of the roof, but you can find an area where they're not traveling and make sure you sneak up at a point where they're not there, because you rolled an 18, they rolled lower. And you can see these two figures are doing a sort of low... They're walking together and talking, not loudly, but just engaging with each other, and keeping a view over the outside. This is clearly like one of the sort of entry points to the city, and it's their job to keep a view. The ship is not quite visible. You know it's there and can see the captain has hidden it in the shadow of one of these tall buildings, which the shadow is falling by the lights of the moon, which is quite clever. But you can't see the ship, and they can't see the ship either. So you are currently... not being seen.
Okay. Well, I would like to do snack bag version 2, except with tying it to an arrow and shooting it out further.
And out further to draw the sharks further.
Yeah, and kind of like not out. Like, I don't want them to go towards my friends, but I want them to force these people to go and investigate what the sharks are doing and clear a little bit of time and space. To not be sandwiched.
If you're attaching it to your bow, then that's like an arrow with that much weight on it would be very difficult to fire. So can you roll me an attack roll with disadvantage, and let's see how you manage to do this.
That's a 10.
Okay. You try and shoot this off into the distance, and you do get it over the side of the building, but it's not like miles away. It's not like the other side of this, what you presume is probably some kind of street or road, or used to be. But it is like over the side, and you do hear the sort of movement of the sharks, and you hear from downstairs both figures shouting up, Some's got the shark's word. What? Some's got the shark's word. Well, just probably check it. And of the figures are now moving downstairs, taking a look around at this. There is one figure who stays up here, who doesn't say anything. Just keeps an eye out, and the other one goes down. Now there's 3 downstairs and 1 up here with you.
Great. I'm gonna slowly sneak myself to the roof. And
You're on the roof already?
Yeah, and getting closer to this person that's by themselves.
Oh, okay. As you sneak closer to this person by themselves, Indito, can you please roll me a perception check? What's this?
I can.
Hi. Thank you.
I think he is the sneaky rogue. Oh, there.
That's an 8.
Oh. So, first roll, that was indeed an at 1. Hi, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show.
Yay.
I'm getting sand out of my eyes because I didn't have my goggles on. I'm just like, everywhere.
Rickus, the person you are sneaking up on, who you don't know a lot about because you can't really see them, is looking around and appears to be trying to wipe silt from their eyes and just not looking particularly happy. Shamini, do you want to describe what Indito looks like at the moment?
Yeah. So she's humanoid, like buzz cut, not terribly elegant, with a staff, sort of goggles, like a nice masky thing, and sort of various scarves that could be used to protect against silt or sun or whatever the case may be.
Rickus, as you sneak up from behind, what would you like to do?
Jump on her back.
How big is this?
They're
Rickus
3
is
feet
small.
tall. They're just over 3 feet tall.
Okay.
They're small. It will not be elegant. But
And are they making an attack roll? Are you making an attack roll?
it's kind of like a yes, I suppose so. Not pulling any weapons. This is more just a.
Are you
friendly
trying to
hugs,
grapple
sure.
Indito?
Kind of. Yes, I think that's what's happening here.
Okay, make me a grapple check. Indito, you can defend with acrobatics or athletics. It's up to you.
Okay, what have I got? What have I got? Not much. Okay.
What we got?
I got a 15 on athletics.
16.
Ricky?
Damn.
16. Yeah.
I wasn't
Indito,
expecting that to work, but it did.
someone has leapt on your back, and you're suddenly wrestling with this person who is on your back. You're just, like, are you both being loud? Are you being quiet? What's going on?
Rickus is being quiet, and it's probably just using their weight to lean Indito, like, away from the,
Like staggering
kind of
backwards.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe DJ sort of like works a little bit, but it is too caught off guard to be doing any yelling, and is currently trying to work out what the.
Yeah, because it's small.
Okay,
like,
okay.
if this is like your torso size, kind of.
I have no idea what's going on at the moment.
Okay. Do you want to roll initiative and start fighting each other, or do you want to try and talk it out?
I
Amazing.
don't think Rickus is very subtle about, like, Rickus wants to get in, like, her not close to the stairway, but I think immediately kind of whispering, like, statue friend, do you have a statue friend? Where's my statue friend? just constant hissing whisper in your ear while this rat person is grappling you on your back. It's very disconcerting, I think, if you don't know what this is.
I'm gonna try and grab whatever it is and fling it the heck off me.
Okay, in which case, contested grapple again, please.
Oh god.
Oh man.
That's a 6.
Yeah.
17!
There you go. You can grab the rat folk, and you've encountered Tari before. The idea of a rat folk person is not strange to you. You grab and throw Rickus off you, and you're not like hurt or anything, Rickus, but you are thrown a good 5 feet away, and you're both just staring at each other now.
I'm holding my quarterstaff, like, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just kind of like they're not holding their hand up as surrender, but it's kind of like a
Indito is going to say, where the hell did you come from?
Somewhere. Elsewhere. I'm looking for a friend.
Right.
Friend? Did you see a statue? Statue friend? Statue friend got brought here, and he's not supposed to be here. He's supposed to be with me and my friends. Do you know where they are?
I... May? What did you do to get rid of the others?
Short distraction. Not a lot of distraction. I just kind of thought because you were alone, you'd be really easy to like.
Thanks. But how
You were by yourself.
exactly did you get here?
Walking.
Walking. I'm gonna look out and be like, is there a ship out there?
Can you roll me a perception check with disadvantage? It is dark.
Rickus is technically not lying. They did get here by walking.
I know. Damn my disadvantage. 12. No, 13.
You can't see a ship specifically or anything like that. You don't get a specific visual reference point to where Rickus may have come from. Now, you've heard of people who can walk on the silt before. That's not crazy, but not for this far.
So you've just wandered over here by yourself to rescue your statue friend?
By myself right now? Yes.
Right.
And here to rescue statue friends. Yes. Have you seen him?
Maybe. How much backup do you have?
Few. Like,
And they're all
And kind of like
walking
points down at like the 3 that are down below,
like that. That many.
Chris, the
Yes.
other, like, my colleagues, how competent are they? Are they super competent? Are they, like, are they more competent than me, less competent than me, average, variation?
They are far, far less competent than you, but they don't know that. You've been hiding in plain sight for quite some time.
Okay. In that case, I will say, I will look also down to where they pointed and be like, wouldn't worry too much about them. What do you need?
I need to find statue friend?
Find statue friend, yes. Right now, what is your... Okay, once you've found your statue friend, do you have a plan?
Well, we don't really know the city. I mean, city's really, like, a maze. I grew up in mazes, but not a maze like this. But need to, get him out, back, and being not a statue, because, I mean, he's not supposed to be a statue. But he's a statue, I don't know why.
And it's out. There's a plan for that involving some kind of transportation?
I think Rickus now is kind of doing like the like full body like tilt. Like it's not a head tilt, it's not full body hello? What?
Indito is gonna blink and like look around and make sure that the others and no one else is coming. Looking.
You don't
Is anyone else
hear
around?
anyone else coming. You don't hear anyone else coming. You know that this area, like, people are keeping a watch outside the city because they always do. But frankly, again, these people are not the best at what they do. It's more numbers than ability.
Okay. And then I'm gonna sort of put the staff to the side, less threateningly, and come down a little bit, and say, "All right. Say I were to help you find your statue friend. You would then take them away. Would you have room to take someone else as well?"
I mean, there's lots of space on the ship, so...
Right, there's a ship. Okay. Well, in that case, I happen to be a professional tour guide and statue finder. So for the small fee of passage on your lovely, lovely ship, I could be employed by you.
Could you help me get my friends here too? Because they're really noisy. Really. Like, I'm sneaky and I'm quiet and I was able to get here. They're not going to be able to without.
Are they good fighters?
Yeah. Good at fighting, not good at stealthy.
That should work. Chris, how can I, given that my mates there, they're going to be back in a little while, like, just wandering up here. Where's a good place to sneak some people in? It's better than right here. Or is here good?
I mean, you could either try and, either take this lot out or give them some directions to go elsewhere for something, but you also know full well that there are many, many other ways into the city that are less well guarded and could easily guide Rickis to that place and guide Rickis to bringing their friends in through that way. No problem at all.
In that case, all right, come with me and stay sneaky. And okay. I'm gonna wander to I want like a little back door, like steps going down and like half into the silt and like slightly hidden away in between the columns.
Sure. As you take Rickis along a couple of buildings and down almost like an iron stairway that goes down the side of the building. It's a fire escape. You manage to get down to the level of the silt and can easily tell Rickis, bring your friends here and then I will guide you through.
Yes, I will do that. I'll be waiting here. Try and be a little sneaky, just a little bit sneaky.
Okay. Can do. And we'll immediately start scampering back towards their friend, keeping a good berth away from the main entrance and the sharks that are now out there. Yeah.
No problem at all. Yeah. Lovely. And as Rickis runs off, Indito, you wait for these new friends, companions to arrive and maybe be your ticket off this terrible, terrible place. And that's where we're going to pick up after the break. But before we dive straight into the break, you want to say hi, Shamini?
Oh, hi. Hi.
There we go. Well, you'll all get to play together in about 5-10 minutes after we get back from our break. Lovely. Thank you, everyone. See you in a sec.
Super excited.
Bye. And we're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tales from the Silt Expanse, and what a tale we are weaving. So, Rickis, you've gone to get your friends. What do you tell your friends?
It's a flurry of words, basically. New friend I found at the city says that she can find us and find Rysar for us and guide us there. The only thing is that she needs to be on the ship afterwards, but that's okay. So we just have to go over here to this like super secret hidey spot entrance, and then we can go. And just heads off and away.
Okay.
What? Where are they going? Where are they going?
We're going this way. This way. Over here.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, Indito, as Gulag regrets missing leg day, what are you up to?
Indito is pondering whether she regrets just thinking that a small, what are the rat folk called? Tarry. Could possibly have a bunch of friends and a ship and be able to get her off here.
Sure.
Plan.
Well, as you look out into the dark shapes approaching your metal corrugated ladder device contraption that will get you back up into the city, roll me an insight check.
Lost my character sheet in the break. Okay, that's fine. I found it again.
Run a professional stream, they said. Find actors who know what they're doing, they said. And, you know...
It was a 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
12. Well, 12 is one delightfully average. So, looking at this group of reprobates, I mean, the half-giant's a half-giant. You know, that's pretty scary. That's a pretty big guy. That's a big guy who can do big guy things. There's a turtle on his shoulders, which is a bit strange. You haven't seen a turtle before. You've heard of them.
Hello.
But, I mean, you would have studied them as part of your training. But yes, the turtle appears to have quite a sort of sense of poise about him. Something about him says maybe he's got some skills, as he presumably does some kind of elaborate belly flop off Gulag. Yeah, great.
Like just falls into the silt.
Yep.
And emerges slowly with silt all over him, and he just lets it fall as he grins.
And there's also a figure wrapped around the half-giant's leg who, well, Kita, what are you giving away? What are you... There's a rock person... yeah, there's a rock person hiding their face.
And
so this is the team.
Yeah. You see in front of you Indito. Indito, describe Indito, Shamanoir.
Oh yeah. So I didn't. Shall I introduce myself or just my character? Is everyone else going to
do it all.
I feel too. I wanted to say hi. I'm Shamini. I use she/her pronouns.
Hi, Shamini.
A big fan of I don't know if you've heard of Toby Osmond. He's like, so cool.
Oh my god,
so, yeah.
Really? You're a Toby fan? Yeah, you're in the wrong stream. We're not Toby fans here.
Counts, we hit the quota. Perfect.
Indito, on the other hand, Indito, as I already described, is human-looking person with very short hair, cool goggles because I love goggles, scarves that can be used as masks and things, and a stick.
Very nice. Big stick. That is the person that you see as you move on. This person, she does look a bit like the raiders who you've encountered before, but something's a bit different. You're all welcome to roll insight checks if you like.
Yes. I rolled a 17.
Links at you, innocently looking. 17.
A 19.
19.
Modified.
17.
17.
A 9.
Very fitting. Yep. Because you don't need to. Yeah. So Gulag, person, helpful, great, good. Kita, person, helpful. Why is this person helpful? Can we trust this person? And looking at this person, she looks a bit too... Now you are someone who is aware of this sort of thing, so I will give you this. The whole I'm a raider look is a bit too well constructed.
You worked really hard on this costume, Chris. That's really rude.
Well, cosplay.
Wow.
No, I'm not saying this is someone cosplaying a raider. I mean, oh god, actors. No, this is someone who is in disguise as a raider. Cronqual, you of course being you, get a very different piece of insight from this. This person harbors no ill intent towards any of you, unlike the other raiders that you've seen, but also doesn't seem to be entirely on the level. Something about her radiates a sense of subterfuge, and it's something that you have sensed before in the not too distant past, maybe in season 1.
All right. Hello.
Cool, good.
Cronqual is I.
So lovely to meet you all. I'm Indito. I'm your tour guide.
Ooh, this is turning out to be a wonderful city, Gulag.
Wait a second. They give tours here?
Prepare
Maybe it's a
yourself.
ghost tour. Ooh.
Say it again.
And Kita just gets off of Gulag's leg. He's so
Shakes his leg.
She looks at Indito and she's like, nice clothes.
Thank you.
Very pristine, considering how the city looks and everything, and the raiders that we may or may not have seen earlier, they kind of a little shabby. I don't want to be too judgmental, but you just look very different.
You are so kind. One must take pride in one's appearance, obviously, in the tourism industry. Appearances go a long way.
So ghost towns have tourists?
I'm very
suppose we
excited.
could do a ghost tour. I thought you were more interested in pieces of art, sculpture, perhaps.
Oh, yes, we are. I think that we want this as yes, we would like that. We would like to tour the arts and the rocks and the sculptures and your preserved. Help me out, someone help me.
Statue friends. We're looking for statue friend. Do you know where he'd be?
Chris, what do I know about that? This is not good. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to go back to the Silts. It's not good. But if I were to be looking to recover a statue friend before it was too late, how would I go?
Well, it takes a long time for the statues to get ground down into the silt. So you know that if you head to the center of the city and into the temple, you can find the statues that Kelestes makes. You've never removed one before, but if that's the price for getting out, you might be able to sneak your way in. You may be able to talk your way in. Kelestes does hold you in some high regard. You're not anywhere near as much of an idiot as the other dunderheads he tends to work with.
I am pretty fabulous.
Yeah.
Statues, and yes, the statues are stone and heavy, and, well, we have a large person, it should be fine. So, getting there might be possible. I might be able to take you some of the way. Getting the statue out again, there could be trouble. Your friend said you had some fighting abilities?
Yeah, but it's a lot, right? Looks like a lot of people.
Yes, but your friend also said you weren't terribly sneaky.
I'm not. I can't speak for my friends.
Not terribly, no.
I think
Not
once
so terribly.
once we're trying to escape from here with a stolen statue, I'd rather be in the company of proficient fighters, personally.
I appreciate your willingness to help us. Person that I do not know at all.
So no one's going to question why a stranger out of this dangerous city is helping us? Or is that just me?
There was a deal.
It's a wonderful
Did
question.
no one mention the deal? The deal is
I told them.
You do have a ship, right?
No. Yes.
And Kita just gives a death glare to Rickus, just...
We've got a ship, but where we're going, I'm not so sure it's somewhere you're gonna want to go. And we're not turning around. We're not going to any cities. We're not going to any villages.
We did turn around and come to this city, but this is the last one.
Once we leave this place, it's straight to that.
No more.
And Kita just, like, slaps him, like, shh, shut up.
If the place you're going is so terrible, why do you want to go there?
Well, it's a long story, but in short, we're looking for something, and we think it's there. It's not a safe place, though, I don't think. And we don't know if we're coming back. We don't know when we're coming back. Oh, I'm sure we can get you off of this rock, but you might be stuck with us for a while.
I appreciate your honesty, but a one-way ticket to somewhere terrible is still a one-way ticket away from somewhere terrible.
Yeah, so what is it about this place that you don't like exactly? Because I have a long list. It keeps getting longer pretty much every minute that I'm here.
Well, shall we start the tour and you'll find out?
Ooh, exciting. I love learning of new locations.
Start to... So basically, my aim is I want them to get there close to the place we need to be as possible, because I don't know what's going to happen, and yeah, I want big, strong people who will maybe come in and help me. I'm hoping.
What are you going to do if you encounter more of your raider friends?
Yeah. Try not to encounter them. I'm gonna. I think I do want to go for the sneaking, with the fact that I don't have to sneak. Right, I can be seen walking around. I can go ahead and be like, hold up, or left, right, wherever.
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter as long as I play it cool. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I can somehow thus guide them so that they don't necessarily have to be silent, just avoiding of people.
This is a good system. I approve of this system. Right. Why don't you start taking them through the... Yeah. Why don't you start taking them through the city? So you climb back up this metal ladder, and as you get up to various parts of the building, you're quite high up already. And you realize that most of the ways this city is traversed is high up. The lower levels appear to be mostly used for... Basically, they're quite damaged and not really that useful as a place for people to hide out. The top levels are where the fun's at. You are already, as you get up to the top of this ladder and move out, like 5 stories, so about 50 feet above the silt. And then you cross various bridges that are built between these buildings, slabs of stone that have fallen, or a wall that has collapsed and been placed in a certain way, and you are now traversing various parts of this city. As you go, Indito, do you give any more information about...
I will point
your
out
tour?
Things like, for example, right here, as you see, used to be a very lovely bakery. It's not anymore. There is no baking here. And similar, things that, there used to be here, not lovely things. I don't know, bakeries. Was that too unrealistic, Chris? You're laughing at my bakery idea. But
no.
Signs of life.
Yeah.
This is where people die in the sun. This is a bakery.
There used to be places where real people lived and lived and didn't just, ride around in the silt, killing people and turning them to stone.
What you start to recognize as you move through this space is, A, this destroyed city was being used as a hub for trade, and there are storefronts that were built into this abandoned city that have been abandoned, have been taken to one side. This clearly used to be a hub of trade. People would live here, they would move between these different buildings, but a lot of it is now dilapidated and gone. Where occasionally you would pass other people, Indito will stop you and gesture for you to just step down this side alley, please, briefly. And 4 or 5 raiders pass, have a brief chat with Indito about nothing really, mostly about, hey, we're going to go over there now, all right, go over there, and then move on. And then there is this vague sense that this used to be a hub. There used to be people living here, and it's all gone. Everything's gone. It's now a ruin on top of a ruin.
What happened here that has made it so, what it is now?
You may have heard of our glorious leader, Kelestes. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes, you are.
Kelestes. He is the one who has a penchant for turning people into stone, and that little hobby rather got the better of him.
Ooh. I think we're onto something here. I think we're on the right path. All right. Well, and this has been happening to everyone in the city. They were turned to stone.
Oh, no. Well, not all the people who used to live here, no, but once Kelestes started being mainly interested in turning people to stone rather than, say, consuming delicious baked goods, people
From the
were rather
bakery
less...
down the street, which you showed us in the beginning. Yes, I know, right? Go on.
Every good tour has a beginning, middle, and end, yeah.
The bakery's the through arc. It kind of pays off at the end. You'll see. It's going to be great.
Okay, I can't wait. I can eagerly await.
There's a joke about being toasted, it's just in there.
Wonderful.
The normal people left, and it's just rough and tumble people like my lovely, lovely colleagues here, ready to obtain new sacrifices. That's kind of about it, and it's kind of rubbish.
Yes, I agree. What are your feelings about the sharks?
Well, the sharks, that's part of what he gets from the sacrifices, sending people back to the silt. Control of sharks, other creatures. It's what also makes getting away from here a little tricky.
Oh, well, you will be happy to know that I have killed a shark.
There are many. So.
Can I
But good for
ask
you.
you a question?
Thank you.
Of course.
What happens if we just get rid of this Kelestes.
Rather more than I was thinking. I'm sure you're all terribly competent. If you were to try, I would be happy to wait and see who is victorious.
Have you ever been to one of the other cities? Have you ever been to Valak, where we're from, or any of the other major city-states?
I haven't heard great things. Is there anywhere you would recommend someone wanting to start a new life to go?
No.
Valak.
Single. They're all ruled by some sort of tyrant, one way or the other, that I've seen. Sounds like this place is the same.
Quite.
It's Kelestes. Weaknesses, he's strong.
He can turn people to stone, so that's a bit of a blow. Chris, do I know anything about, like... do I have a stat block in my notes somewhere? Like, oh my god.
No, you got a stat block in your notes with that shit. Kelestes is...
hold on, here it is.
Kelestes was a human with interests, a human with powers over the silt powers over the earth, and gained strange powers and strange snake-like abilities not too long ago. You don't quite know how it happened. You know that his worship was rewarded, but you don't really know who he was worshipping in the first place.
And have I ever actually seen him fight or defend himself? Would I have an assessment of, like, could I take him? Could me and a bunch of people take him? Like,
why don't you roll me a survival check? Give me a sense of how well you've had a look at this figure and gained a sense of his abilities.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Well,
9.
9. He looks like he's like a lot of his sort of new abilities. He looks like he's become more like one of the statues he can create. Like a lot of him looks like it's made of clay. So there is a certain amount of things you could assume about that sort of thing. He makes things into stone by catching their gaze. It's a gaze attack, and manages to therefore find ways to gaze at people. Also, he moves through solid earth, stone, rock, all the rest of it like it is nothing to him. Stone parts in his path. I mean, he's pretty strong and pretty constitutional heavy. If you want stat block stuff, but you don't know a huge amount. No. The word Medusa means nothing to you.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Nah.
The thing is about Kelestes is that if you did try to fight him and then you all died, I don't know where your boat is, so not so keen on that, actually.
Right, well then we
I
will
give you instructions.
It's
Oh, in that case, yes, sure.
Hold on.
If you'll help us.
I can't find it. Where is the
So
boat?
We're gonna tell her where our boat is? Is that
She requested, so we would, in case we were to perish.
When someone asks you for information, someone that you do not know, someone that we do not collectively know, you're going to give them detailed answers as to where our... Just help me understand. Like, I'm not attacking. Just help me understand.
Oh, I didn't think you were.
Indito, no offense meant. But I imagine that you know that if you double-crossed us, we make a deal that would just be the end of you. And I don't think you want that. I don't want that.
I don't want that.
Similarly, however, if while I'm helping you, we fail, and Kelestes comes to know of it, I am similarly ended.
Oh, so we're fine. All right, we're safe.
Yeah, we're absolutely 150% safe. Yeah. It's gonna go so smooth. I'm excited, actually.
Well, not for Indito, because it could go poorly for her anyway.
So, I actually have a question for you, Indito. Why are you so willing to give this information to us about the Raiders? Like, what exactly is your tie to them, if there is any tie to them?
I'm not from here. I was asked to come here to join up with these lovely people, and I've somewhat had enough of it. Seemed like a good idea at the time, now seems less and less like a good idea and more like a god-awful life that I'd quite like to escape from now. Don't know where I'm escaping to, and apparently it's off to you on a one-way ticket to somewhere super terrible to help you find a thing, which, not going to say, not super entrancing as an offer. But you might be the last chance I have. We don't get many guests.
I'm
Listen, Olaf.
I'm going to keep my guard up, but I'm just going to trust that you won't do anything stupid.
Imagine there's like this sort of like awkward silence that's kind of hanging over the group for a moment, and Gulak just sort of folds his arms over his chest and hisses a little bit because he's really sunburned. He says, you know, we all left Balak to do something important. And we all left to actually make a difference, and there's not a lot of times in my life that I've ever had a chance to do that. I don't know the people of the city. I don't know whatever terrible thing happened here, how it came to be. But if we're going in there to rescue Boss, get him out, while we're in there, we can make a difference. I don't really care if you betray us later or not, to be honest.
Make a difference to what?
People shouldn't be turned into statues and ground up into silt.
Well, they kind of should.
But ultimately, can you make enough of a difference for anything to be worth it?
I don't know. Try. Right?
Would it make you happy to try?
Yeah, I think it might.
Down a nearby corridor, you can hear voices approaching you. About 4 or 5.
No.
Ooh.
There. No, not that way. That way.
As the four of you slide into a side area out of the way, Indito, the figures approaching. Yeah. Indito, the figures approaching you, unfortunately, are ones that don't like you very much.
don't like them either. Fed up of pretending to be nice to everyone around here. Okay, sorry.
That's right. The 5 figures are they're led by a rather brutish, taller humanoid called Skag, and they walk up towards you. And as all 5 of them come towards you, all sort of leering behind the leader, Skag goes, "And what you doing out this so late, then, eh? What are you up to?"
He's my favorite.
D.O. What are you up to, D.O.?
Taking a lovely afternoon stroll, breathing in the hot, sandy air, seeing
Middle of the night,
beautiful
D.O.
sights. I haven't gone to bed yet.
You're out late.
Pre-sleep grandial. Are you working?
Yeah,
right now?
I'm on a shift, innit?
Right. This is part of your job description, is it? Chit-chatting in the hallway with me. Tempting, I know, but...
Yeah, what? No, what? Yeah, you better keep... What you do? Yeah.
I love our
roll me a
chat.
deception
It's
check.
just so nice. Every time.
What are you doing out so, late? Roll me a deception check.
Deception. Oh, deception. Synthetic 20.
All right. Well, you keep your distance, because right. Come on, let's get guys. Right. And all 5 of them say, and all start sort of moving and milling away beyond and away from you.
I'm sure we'll never see him again.
See, people always assume that I'll throw in an NPC and they'll go, "That must be an important character." No, I just want to do a dumb voice. Good, right?
We nearly at the terrifying statue place.
You have now gone quite far into the city. You're now quite in the weeds, if you will. Looking ahead of you, Indito has led you to looking out of a window in one of these tall buildings. You can see that there's this central building in the center of this city, and it's quite low. It's like a low dome, so it looks like there's just a dome rising out of the silt with a small peak on top of it. A small little sort of spire on top of it. There is a zip wire that leads from here down to that small peak, to that small bit at the top of the dome. And there are also clearly sort of bits of the dome broken in where you can enter. That is Kelestes' temple.
Oh no. And
What's that dark, shadowy place?
Where the light doesn't reach. I could. Do I know what the inside? Have I ever been inside there? Like, where are the statues? Where are the guards? Like, do I have any
inside
plausible...
there? You are aware of the layout inside. Inside this dome, there are often many guards inside this dome, because a lot of when Kelestes talks to people and gets things done, there's normally about 10 to 20 in here just hanging out. If you head inside the dome is silt underneath, but Kelestes likes to swim in the silt. Kelestes is very comfortable in the silt. And as Kelestes moves around the silt, all of the statues get placed in the silt inside here, where he allows them to slowly get ground down to dust, and in doing so returns these bodies to the silt.
Yeah. Wait, that means, their friend might not even be visible. Be buried in the goddamn silt, which we can't walk on. Which I can't walk on. I don't like this at all. That's true. That's true. I do know that 2 of them can. Still don't like it. I also very much don't want to go into the dangerous place full of guards on my own. This is definitely sounding like a all-out battle type situation.
I mean, it's a dome with a sort of area underneath full of silt, with some walkways through it that couldn't be more of a COD map if it wasn't trying.
But there is only one way in, right?
There's a bunch
the
of
top.
small cracks in. There's a bit like the place where Rickus entered. There are a bunch of holes in the ceiling with ladders going down to these sort of gantries and walkways leading down to further things into the silt.
Okay, but Kelestes just hangs out there. It's not like he goes off for a nap. Like, no naps. Is it going to
He's a
be
Medusa. He's a Medusa. He doesn't go for a nap. Is it? A Medusa nap? Nonsense.
I kind of thought this through, you know. I was like, this will be fine, and now I'm realizing this will not in fact be
Shamini,
fine.
look. He has a programmed route that he follows all day, every day, forever, just in a loop rotation because this is a video game.
Correct.
Love it.
Well, time for me to go check the other side.
Also, if you shoot a guard, one guard will stand over that guard going, "What's going on? What's happening? What's going on?" Forever.
Hold on, I heard you.
We'll just watch
I'm coming
as
for
he
you.
just walks into a wall, like just continually.
Yeah, Kelestes tends to T-bar at about 12 a.m. It's a thing.
Suddenly ominous T-posing.
This is where I think we are going to find your unfortunate friend. Inside this dome, the floor is... Well, there are several entrances. There will be guards inside, and once inside, finding your friend might be tricky if they are completely covered by the silt. Some of you can walk on it. I don't know whether you could dig into it or locate him somehow.
Are there going to be a lot of bodies in there? Or we just pull up one block at a time.
There will be quite a few. Yes, that's the new hobby. Turning everyone into stone, making a nice little art gallery.
I could swim.
In the silt? That certainly seems useful.
I do not wish to do any of the... I do not wish to invoke any harm on anyone unless it is necessary, so I could do that. If you all wish to, of course, invoke harm.
As he pats Gulag.
Kelestes will be in the silt. It might be, I don't know how deep down the structure goes. It may even be that you could go down and come up somewhere inside it, but I think everyone will need to act at the same time. And my plan for avoiding getting into a fight with the person who can turn you into stone by looking at them may not be possible.
So if he just looks at you, you turn to stone?
Yes. Did I mention that? By the way, don't let him look at you. He will turn you to stone. Sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier.
I have an idea. Maybe we, Gulag, if there is a way that if we are in a predicament where we may be looking into the eyes of, what was her name?
Kelestes.
Kelestes. We would then maybe push him or submerge him into the silt to block any of the gaze. Because whether it is from us or it is from he, you can't see in the silt.
You're the only one who can be in there, keeping him there, though.
Oh, yes. I was thinking Gulag I don't do whatever it is you do. You grapple and hold and choke hold them under the silt. I don't know, but something
So, I have a very bad suggestion.
like that. Ooh, all right.
So Kita turns around. She does like a 180, so you can see the back of her. I look stoned from behind. So what if? So what if you bring me in and say, I don't know, think of something. You seem like a creative person, and we can be a distraction while Kronkwall tries to find our lovely friend.
Could certainly work on the guards.
I love it.
Or an alternative is you can pretend that I'm a new recruit.
Would that be would there be frequently like, hey, hired a new fighter? There's one.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. I mean,
People would if someone gets turned to stone and people turn up trying to find them and they instead get kidnapped or get captured, they don't all get killed. Some become raiders themselves.
Yeah. Although
Like this idea.
I'm not sure about the logic of like, I have brought them here to the temple to say hi. It's a distraction anyway.
I mean, Indito, Kelestes would love a talking, walking rock person.
Like them. Glowia.
More
Okay,
flattering.
yeah, okay, that's plausible then, yeah.
Ooh, I like this
Highly
idea.
so
Highly distracting.
Question, Chris.
Yes.
Because my body is mostly rock, am I resistant to that, or am I still able to get turned completely into stone?
What a great question.
I don't
That
wanna,
is a
like,
really no, it's a
cheat or
really
anything.
good question. No, it's a really good question. I don't know. Right. Let's have a think about it. I think like you're made of rock, but you're also like an elemental rock creature. So would
Right.
turning to stone affect you? No,
Maybe
it wouldn't.
Kita doesn't
You're made of
even
rock
know.
already.
All right, yeah, or that.
Because I mean,
I don't-
you know, how magma works is that, you know, it's constantly melting.
Oh, so maybe
And
it does
and it's
happen, but you just
constantly
melt
turning.
through it?
Right.
Yeah, I think
you know.
what it would probably do is you wouldn't get like turned to stone and that's it. You probably like have a round of like nope to break out of it. But
Yeah, you freeze like ice, so you thaw, but no one else thaws.
Mhm.
yeah, you
Yeah,
thaw, but no one else would thaw.
And
out
I
of
would
this. Yeah.
I would probably just have to use heating in order to do it, but like I'd be able to
That's so cool.
shake free.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's
Alright.
do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I dig it.
So let's say, what was your name? Sorry.
Oh, I didn't say
Tuki.
it, but you were gonna say something.
Let's say your lovely self and I go and request a visit with Kelestes. You must have come a long way to visit him. You have so much in common. Kronkwall could be swimming around. I fear it will take quite a while to find the right piece of art. You would be able to feel out the correct features, I imagine?
Yes, I can navigate within the silt. Though not with
Meanwhile,
my eyes.
Rickus introduced themselves, didn't they?
They didn't say their name, I don't think. They were pretty.
Oh.
They were just kind of like, hello,
They were just
friend.
being Rickus.
My lovely sneaky friend here can do their sneaky and be ready to go if necessary. And perhaps Gulag can also wait in a safe-ish place until such time as we run out of time with Kelestes.
I mean, this zip wire that you're going to be going down does go straight down to the dome. You could easily wait until there's trouble and then zip wire in, like Batman in.
Oh, so cool.
Only if he wants to, of course.
Of course, yeah. Worried about whether or not it can carry 1,600 pounds of weight. I don't know what the maximum load here is, but I'll wait until you give a signal. What's the signal?
Screaming?
Yeah, always a good one.
Help, I'm being 10 stone.
That's the signal, Don. That's the signal. It's famously the signal.
I can make myself kind of catch on fire, kind of like glow-ish.
Oh yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more subtle than screaming, because that would cause a lot more issues.
You as a group have established 3 very clear signals: screaming, waving your hands around, or Keita sets herself on fire.
That came out so wrong.
Scratches the back of his neck and he says, yeah, I can wait for your signal, but we're taking him out, right? We're putting an end to this, right?
What if we have to? Well, I'm not. But I know that you have a very barbaric sport, and you wish to continue practicing in mastery.
If we don't stop him, he's going to keep turning people into stone and grinding them up again and again. His forces here are going to get bigger and bigger until someone comes and deals with him. And if we can do it here, then we're saving others. As simple as that. If he turns you to stone by looking at you, then we go for his eyes.
It's a very good point.
And if I can find some sort of open opportunity, I'll try to take him out. And if not, then we have that alternative.
And I will protect.
Okay.
Looks up warily to the zip line and then says, well, I guess I'll just wait here.
You can put your weight on the zip line without sliding down the zip line to see if it can hold your weight.
He didn't think about that.
Good. Right.
That's fair.
Well, that scans. Right, so is everyone else... So who's heading down the zip wire? Who is staying up here?
Ooh, me.
You're going to head down the zip wire, Chronicle?
Do you want to... I don't know if this is the most sensible plan, but do you want to try and swim underneath and find the statue and prioritize getting the statue out and then worry about the rest of the big fight and escaping?
Yes.
Would you? Because we could just do all the fighting first and just be like, and then have time. But
if there's a way I can swim under or in and it's connected, then yes. But I was expecting just this giant dome thing full of silt as well as the outside. And I was going to zip line in and then just shell up and bloop, drop like a stone into the silt.
Do that.
And then just start swimming around and see. But I don't know if there is another way, but I think that's what I was going to do. I was going to go in and...
We don't know if there's another way, because it would have involved just swimming around in the silt, looking for a door. I don't haven't been down there, so I don't know if there's another way. So it's very...
That's true. Good call.
Much like in the earlier building with the arches, you can see that some levels of this dome, when it hits the... there is an edge to it in places where there are cracks in it that could be swum through.
I also imagine this entire city gets these tidal waves of silt that just blow on, and there's just silt all over the place. I don't know if that's true, but in my mind it is.
But I will...
It is.
Sweet. I think Kronkwall's just going to make his way over to the zip line.
Excuse me, Gulag. Right, are we doing this?
Do I think it's plausible that Keisha and I could distract Kelestes inside to such an extent that he wouldn't notice Cronqual dropping, so as to give us more time of the chit-chatting and the searching before everything blows up? Or
Indito, how confident are you in your ability to sweet talk?
Not, but I mean, Shamani's not.
Indito, how confident are you? Not Shamani, Indito.
Very confident.
Perfect. Good. And you've also got in Kita a fantastic prop. So, you know.
Gosh. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Give us a couple of minutes. We'll make sure his attention is elsewhere, and if you can try and be sneaky, can I ask about a spell?
Yes.
If I cast Pass Without a Trace now, would Cronqual and then left, would Cronqual then come back into my 30-foot range and become once again stealthy? Get close enough?
You know
so
that
back into it.
The dome itself is more than 30 foot wide. However, if you were in it and you were near the statue of their friend, which you don't know what it looks like, then if Cronqual came within range of you, then yes, Pass Without a Trace would affect Cronqual.
I mainly mean for the dropping bit. It's the getting in there that I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's so cool.
The bit where
If you go down very close to Cronqual and have a Pass Without a Trace up, and Cronqual's trying to stealth dive bomb, what's it called when commandos do that really cool halo? Is it halo drop?
Hot drop?
Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called. I'm not a military person. I have no idea what things are called.
Triple backflip.
Yeah.
A
kickflip.
A single salto. Yes. If you, if you wanted to slide down the zip wire with Cronqual, who can then drop off at a certain point while you are heading down the wire to the top, then Pass Without a Trace in a stealth roll to impact the silt without nary a puff would be part of that.
Oh, I know. I still meant Keisha and I will go first. Cronqual will come later, but we will be in such a position that as Cronqual drops close to us.
In the background. Flunk.
It's like zip lines into the range of effect. Sneakily, Pass Without a Tracy, and then falls.
I mean, that is the rules of the game, yes.
Okay, cool. Let's try it.
Much as I think it's ridiculous, that is the rules of the game.
Everyone's at max HP, right? If I look around, no one's looking like they're bleeding or anything. Oh, really? Oh, God, people.
But only by a little bit.
In that case, Indito will sort of
I'm only missing like a handful of hit points. It's not a big deal.
Assess. I mean, I feel like we couldn't be too careful at this point, really. Don't you think?
I agree with you.
The DM agrees, let's do it.
So Cronqual. So is it everyone?
No, just Cronqual's hurt. He got harpooned by his friend earlier. Don't ask.
Mm-hmm. Rickus, are you good? Are you full health? Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Rickus has ever taken any damage. I'm just going to put that up there.
They took a little bit of damage, but that short rest topped them up because it was like 3 points of damage. Fine.
Yep.
Hell of an achievement.
Okay, Indito will go up to Cronqual, hold out a hand, and say, "If I may." That's so cute. Okay, we're holding hands now. Other hand on the staff, and she's just going to concentrate for a little bit, and you feel a sort of very dry warmth. Which is Cure Wounds. No, is it? Yes, it is Cure Wounds. And you get 7 hit points.
Ooh.
Could do more.
Thank you.
Should I do more?
No, that is great. Thank you.
Do you want to describe how your magic visibly manifests itself? Because it is divine magic, after all.
Okay.
It's very rare in this world.
There will be. So as the hand comes out, there is the skin has a flicker of metallic sheen to it, almost like scales wisping their way up the hand and then onto you as well, and it sort of carries over into you, just like a shiny patterned surface suddenly, briefly.
Thank you.
Grunkle, again, you have a... Never mind. You have a strange moment of almost recognition.
All right. I'm ready to go.
How far is the dome from us?
The zip line is about 60
line?
foot long. Yep.
60, that's it? Oh, well, is there a mechanism on this zip line, or is it just a rope that people use?
Just a rope.
Oh. All right, never mind.
I was going to say, why don't we just have Gulag slam dunk me into the dome, but that probably won't be a good idea. I'll just take the zip line.
Gulag, you also recognize the similar elemental magic to what you use, but there is an overtone to it, something about it that, again, something about it just feels a little bit...
I'm gonna do it again, because I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace, so you'll all feel that slight sense of seeing that sort of like metallic shimmer, and then feeling this like hot, almost prickly, dry sensation. And everyone, when you are near me, wait, can I do that? Yes, you have Pass Without a Trace, which I am now concentrating on.
Sweet.
Plus 10 to stats checks. Right. We good to go?
I'm ready. So I am going to take the zip line when Kita catches a fire.
No, why don't you just wait a few moments? Sense when the time's right. Pop in.
Right. I will
Kita will catch... Kita will catch fire when things need a little more drama.
Very well. You are still here.
Oh my god, just
We
go.
leave.
Just go.
We leave.
Go,
We
yeah,
go.
thank you. Right.
I will
Kita
go
and
first.
Indito, yep. Shoot down the zip wire. Both of you go flying down and land on this roof rather elegantly and cleanly. Gulag, Crunkle, Rickus, you're still on the roof. We're still on the higher, taller building further away.
I think you're supposed to go. Oh wait, maybe you should wait a minute. I can't remember.
I'm trying, Gulag, to sense when is a good time.
I think Rickus is holding on to Kronqual as if they would attempt to prevent a too early go, as if, tiny 3-foot person would be able to do that. But the sentiment is there.
I mean, he's supposed to be going now, so...
I think, and then he goes,
Oh, Rickus, what are you doing in this plan?
Crying, mainly. Just pushing. Gulag just pushing.
It's not the time. I'm sensing that this is the time.
Remember to be quiet. Once you draw, really quietly.
Indito, Kita, as you land on the rooftop, Indito, you land, and there are more of these figures around, more of the raiders watching as you land with Kita, and a couple look up and... Here, what's going on here, then?
Hello, just popping in to say hi to the big boss.
And who's this, then?
A very special visitor. Come a long way to see him. He's going to be so excited.
Who are you?
The name's Priscilla.
Roll a deception check.
my highest skill, so
gonna like bust the whole plan wide open. It's just this.
Ooh, a 25.
Damn.
Right. I see what you see. I see why the boss might like him. All right. In you go.
Make our way inside.
Sure. From behind,
I will lead the way.
Cronkwall, if you're going.
Yes.
Yeah, in the back of shot. Back of shot, like disappear into the silt, like it's not even clear it's happening in the background. Roll me a stealth check and add 10. Yeah, because it's a plus that trace.
Wonderful. It looks good so far. I'm just gonna confirm.
24.
No, please take your time. 24. You disappear into the silt. There's not even like a puff. It's just straight in, and once you hit the silt, you underneath just pop all of your various limbs out and start feeling your way through the silt. Because you can't see. No one can see in the silt. But you can start feeling your way.
Exactly.
I will be
Through
feeling
the
my
silt.
way.
Can you tell me
Feeling your way
what skill
downtown?
you'd like to use to feel your way downtown?
Survival. Let's see.
Could be. Might do it though.
Yeah.
Nature.
Interesting.
Survival. Animal
Are you choosing
handling? Huh?
Love how you just chose
Athletics
to put the
as
really
well?
intense music on as well. Like,
Oh yeah, my bad.
no, it is intense. It's cool. So it's an intense moment. We're just failing to live up to it. So what are you doing? Are you using your psychic abilities to find your way through the silt? Are you just okay? What do you want to roll to use your psychic
It's
abilities?
all
to find your way
dark
through
under
the
there, but he is using the way to feel through. So I guess he is like physically feeling around, but I'm assuming he's trying to look and see and peer through it as much as he can. So with that,
You have a psychic ability modifier, like it's like a spell attack roll kind of thing, don't you?
Oh, I do. Yes.
Mhm. Can you roll me d20 and add that, please?
I can do that. The natural 1. I have rolled a 1. Naturally.
Yep. Cool. Cronkwall, you're lost in the silt.
Oh,
You don't know where you are.
I didn't see that coming.
Literally. So you are like feeling your way around, going, I don't know where I am, and just slowly just realizing that if you like, what we can see, what no one else can see, but we can as outsiders, is that Cronkwall's just slowly doing a circle. Slowly.
I think he's distracted. He's too worried that the plan may go wrong. He's also like,
Did I do it? Did I make it? Do they know that I'm here? They probably don't know I'm here, but they may know that. No, I couldn't have done it.
I think he's in his own mind, and that is not helping him see. But he is feeling around and looking for it, but he's just not doing well.
Fair. Cool. Gulag, Rickus, what are you doing?
Rickus is unsure because they were told to be sneaky, but not in what direction. And so they're just like,
Hey, Rickus, you know any good games to pass the time?
Oh my god.
You know, hear the screaming. Maybe now's not the time. I want to make sure we hear those screams.
While we're risking our lives.
Hey, tic-tac-toe is a serious hobby.
Well, I know a bunch of stuff, but yeah, maybe it's not the time. But we can do them on the ship when we're not in a weird city. This city's really weird. It's really weird, right? Like weird. Like I'm not just weird for thinking it's weird.
No, I don't think you're weird at all. This is just another example of what happens when bad magic it's taken too far and nobody's held accountable. We go down there if things go bad. If you want, you can stick with me, and maybe we can work together and take out this Kelestes. You're a lot faster than I am, and I don't want to turn to stone.
Turning to stone sounds really bad. Like, I mean, when Rysar was a statue, he looked okay, but, like, generally speaking, it's not a good thing to be stone. Except, Kita's stone, so I guess that kind of stone's okay, but not being...
I understand what you mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here, if you want, you can climb up on my shoulder, and we can ride down together and surprise him somehow. I have an idea. It's better than my last idea, pretty sure.
As you formulate that plan, Indito, you and Kita head inside the dome. And just to give you an idea of what you're up against, there are ladders that go down to these strange gantry walkways, but there is this gigantic dome. And whatever was underneath it is long gone. It is just a sea of silt underneath here, with various hands reaching out of it, occasionally a face or half a body. And you can see that most of these statues have some disrepair as the silt has slowly ground them. Nothing, like a few of them are just like mounds and could be humanoid at some point, but you wouldn't know. But quite a few of them are just a hand reaching out of the silt or a face slowly covered by parts of it. It is quite disturbing knowing that all these people were once people. Moving through the silt, this long serpentine body with a humanoid form on it, as statues are moved, placed, arranged. This is a rather large diorama that someone is trying to put together, trying to recreate or do something. And as you move down and Kelestes moves amongst these, quick as a whip, turns in the silt and swims towards the edge of one of these gantries and rears up facing you. Pretty normal humanoid-sized body, just from the waist down, clay maquette, snake-like body, making Kelestes a far larger figure than he should usually be. Looking at the two of you, and what have you brought me today? And that's where we'll pick up next time. What? So, Cronqual swimming in a circle. Gulag and Rickus have a plan.
Swimming in a circle was really... That part
And
of the
Indito,
plan
your
is gone.
perfect double cross has worked, and Kita's now going to be turned to stone. Fantastic. Well done. We're all happy.
Gonna be great.
Good. Yeah, right. Excellent.
We
Looking
got
forward to picking
there.
up that next
Sounds
time,
great.
everybody.
Oh my gosh.
So, how is everyone doing? Shamini, you're the new blood. How are you doing?
That was so much fun, and you folks are all very funny, so I was probably laughing too much. I'm like a serious character, but I keep giggling. What is this? That was lovely. Thank you.
Well, look, you did exactly what we needed to do, which is replace Toby forever. So this is perfect. Thank you very much. No, fans of Toby Osmond, don't worry. Toby will be returning to us in a couple of weeks. But for now, Toby's on vacay, so Shamini is with us for the time being. Kiana, how are you doing? How's Rickus?
Rickus is just enjoying their time right now. Now they're thinking about games to teach Gulag when they're back on the ship and not in the middle of this weird city. They're here to be sneaky wherever they need to be sneaky or otherwise used for this plan because they like to help their friend. They just don't know how, and you gotta kind of direct them. Just gotta point them in the right direction. And
considering Gulag's intelligence score, can I recommend like noughts and crosses, checkers, maybe something at his level?
wow. But yeah, this was great. I loved We were very all giggly today, which was very
We
lovely.
were. Very giggly day, which is not a bad thing. Next time, more serious. Next time, serious action. We have to, do it properly. Yeah.
We say,
I mean, yeah, of course.
But yeah.
Cord. Cronqual. How's Cronqual doing? Swimming in a circle.
I am swimming in a circle. I'm also producing in a circle. There we go. I am super excited for next week. I'm excited to see where we go and what Cronqual does, if he actually ever finds anything down there. But I was very happy with how we were able to sneakily plunk, get him in there like a stone in a pond. But it's a tortoise
What is that
shell.
kind of dive called? Is it a halo dive? That sort of like...
I don't remember.
It's like a special forces
Someone
thing
tell
where
us in the chat. Or on
I'm
Discord.
sure
Someone tell us on chat or Discord or tweet us.
Discord, yes.
Yep.
I appreciate information, so my DMing is better. Yes, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, but thank you. That was a lot of fun. I can't wait for next week.
Great.
I can't wait for more of it.
Thanks,
good,
buddy.
Good stuff.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Dawn, Gulag's having a fun time.
He always does. He always has a fun time. Yeah, I think Gulag's always used to being like somebody's right hand person, and without Rysar and without being in the city and Valak, like he doesn't currently have that, and so if he's left to his own decision making abilities, first of all he's going to make some unfortunate decisions along the way, but also he gets to decide like, okay, well I don't work for any, like I have a new purpose right now and I'm figuring that out, and maybe I can do something more with my life. Pretty old, and so far I've just sort of existed, so maybe this is a shot. So that's been fun.
I love that he's got this heroic streak where everyone else is like, let's just get on with our shit and get on with our lives. So they're going, no, there is a greater good. This person should be stopped. Everyone else is going, I think you're in the wrong adventure, but okay. Just trying to get along.
Yeah. And what they're doing, though, it's like it is like their mission that they've kind of been thrown into, and like Gulag was one of the characters that didn't really know much about it ahead of time. He just got on a ship and like, okay, this is what we're doing now. Yeah. But they're going on something that could really have a huge impact in the world, and I like playing around with the idea that this kind of oafish, big-hearted half giant has never made an impact before. And then, now he sees a shot. So what's that mean? So it'll be fun to play that. And I always enjoy just the laughs and the hijinks that we always have together when we play this game. This is a blast. It was great to play with Shaman too.
Yeah, definitely. Bree, how's Keita? How's it hanging?
She is, not gonna lie, she's very conflicted because, her feelings towards Rysar are not necessarily the greatest. And I think the only reason why she's doing this is, he's the worst. I don't know if we're talking about Rysar or Toby anymore, but...
No.
Love you,
okay.
Toby!
No, we took it far enough, and now that we found our edge, we found our limit, we're not going to dick on Toby too hard. We've got to find that line. Insulting his career, that's fine, but otherwise...
Insulting his career.
Love you for watching that.
But I think the only reason why she's doing this is because of Gulag and Cronqual and the fact that they're very, passionate on trying to find their friend. That's like the only reason why she's doing it. But I think she's starting to find her backbone in all of this. Because before, she was the kind of person to like stick to the background and kind of observe, but she's starting to jump into things. Just because I think, like I said before, she's starting to care. And also she's a little bit closer to her goal and what she wants to do. So she's going to do anything to get there at this point. So... yeah,
I love how it's starting to feel like a little family. Starting to feel like there's this like definite like family vibes now of everyone getting on well enough to like find those balance points, which is great. Love when that comes in.
And like because of what she's been through, family is probably something that she needs right now. So
We'll get to more of that over time, I think. But yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, those at home, for watching, however you are engaging with us in podcast form, on Twitch, on the YouTubes, on all of those other things the kids use to watch the entertainment. Thank you for engaging and watching.
You?
Not the oldest person here. Toby's not here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and do please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the other lovely things you can do to engage with the content and share the content with the more people. Yes, just help us spread the word. The more the word is spread, the more people can see this, engage with it, love it, share it, all the rest of it. Massive thank you to our sponsors, Dark Dice, Level Up Dice, and Wormwood Gaming. Could not do any of this without you, and could not do any of this without all of you lovely fans. Join us on Discord, join us on Twitter, get involved. Let's have one final, this is where you can find me at the moment from everyone, please. Starting with Bree.
You can find me on Twitter at Burrito with 3 E's _. And you can also find me on Instagram at Burrito 3 E's. Those are my 2 main platforms, and I'm doing a lot of TTRPG stuff on there, so come and find me.
Lovely stuff. Done.
You can find me anywhere at Donathan Fry. I write games, I run games, and I am the Dungeon Master for our companion series, Journey to the Obsidian Spire, which is also a great time. The other half of this adventure, that's
much more serious. Much more serious.
Well,
like genuinely good
role. We're running on Mondays at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Come check us out there. There's a lot of story crossover. More and more, the more Chris and I get into our stories, the more there's crisscrossing happening, and looking forward to seeing how all that plays out.
I am the master of the crisscross. It's in my name. Good.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I want everybody who's watching right now, open up a separate tab. Go to twitter.com/mythematic and give me a follow. Also, when you're done there, give everybody else a follow as well. It really does mean a lot to us. Thank you. And that's it. That's my shout out today.
Yeah, so don't wait till the video's finished. Open a new tab.
Do it right now. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. We'll wait.
No, we won't. Kiana.
Yeah, y'all can find me over on Twitter at KianaS. Best way to figure out what I'm doing. Come on the internet, doing lots of role-playing things, streaming, writing, sharing the void, or otherwise just here. Yeah.
Thank you. Charms.
I would love some more Twitter friends too. Always good. I'm at sbundell. I retweet loads of good D&D memes that I see, but I also do a lot of stuff with Adventurers Wanted, who are very cool and awesome, and have a lot of cool shows. So yeah, come check that out too.
I mean, Charming, you're in the current show. You're in the current show. You can talk. I'll do it. I'm DMing the current show.
At Adventurers 250 on Twitter.
I also DM for Adventurers Wanted. Yeah, I do other things. And our current show, Sea of Swords Forsaken, is on Mondays, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. British Standard Time. So it's in the mornings for most of you Americans. But yes, do catch us out. We're at twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted or twitch.tv/D&D. Do watch what we're doing there. Shamini plays a really cool pirate captain. I do other games that are not ship-based, I promise. Good. Right. That's it from us, I think. Thank you again, everyone. Lovely to see you all, and see you all soon, wherever we might see. Thank you, and bye.
Bye.